Unfortunately, there was a couple of incidences with one young lady falling over during her performance as a cheerleader. That was a little bit embarrassing. And another one where perhaps a Swansea cheerleader decided it might be a good idea to flash her pants to the Cardiff fans, and they didn't take too kindly to that one. So I wonder what will happen this time.
You mean tonight?
Tonight.
Well, streaking, reminds you, is illegal. It will be prosecuted under the antisocial behavior. Exactly. And also, we found out that this year, I don't know if it was in last year, but I found out that to deter people, they also give decency orders or whatever it is to the person that holds the clothes. So if you've got a good friend and say, I'm going to streak tonight, hold my clothes, that person gets prosecuted too.
That's just a bit harsh.
The clothes are going on the floor today.
Yeah, as they drop the clothes. I don't think you can stop streaking, to be honest. It's unfortunate. I mean, obviously, don't do it because we're all here to watch a game of rugby,
right.
And but we don't really want to see people running around in the nude.
Definitely, there's definitely a full halftime show being put on today, and that's obviously to entertain people. Yeah, exactly. So
it's a different type of show. That's what we're after. Basically, as I say, we're here for the rugby. If you are a massive fan of either Cardiff or of Swansea, we do actually want to hear from you.
Mainly Swansea.
Mainly Swansea, because obviously two Swansea guys in the studio.
Exactly.
But if you're from Cardiff and you want to give a shout out, maybe you know a guy or a girl who's playing in a team that you think deserves a bit of a shout out for the amount of effort that they've put into their sport, and you want to let us know about it.
Absolutely. You can give us our number right there. It's the phone and the text.
02920 781 530, or give us a text on 077 222 63 888.
All right, thank you, Ben, for that. Now let me ask you a little question here, as I've done a little bit of research. Why are people from Swansea often referred to as the Swansea Jacks?
I've heard this before. There is, in fact, a nice little pub right in the centre of town called Swansea Jacks. I actually don't know the reason. I'm unfortunately not originally from Swansea, in case you didn't realise.
Right. And you're Irish, so
I'm Irish.
What kind of Swansea representation is
Well,
this?
this is the thing.
It's the best.
Yeah, man, what's going on here?
Swansea is such a legendary university that it pulls people from all around the globe.
Right.
Varsity is an associated, a Welsh thing in a way, you can suppose, because against Swansea and Cardiff, we have an Irish, an American, and an English person here, so we can't say anything really.
We have no rights in this room, do we?
No.
Let's be honest about this.
Let's talk about the weather instead.
Well, we'll talk about the weather in a second. Before that, I'll tell you the answer, though, to the Swansea Jacks. It follows the name of a dog originally from Newfoundland called Swansea Jack back in the 1930s, and his first rescue was in June of 1931 when he saved a 12-year-old boy, and that went unreported. But a few weeks later, this time in front of a crowd, Jack, the dog, rescued a swimmer from the docks, and his photograph appeared in the local paper, and the local council awarded him of a silver collar. And in 1936, he got the prestigious Bravest Dog of the Year. I didn't know they had that back in the 30s, but hey, so he got that award and bestowed upon him by the London Star newspaper.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
I've got to say, if there's anything to be famous for in the world, it might as well be for a swimming dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's be honest about this.
And so we'll see if
hopefully our swimming team will win today, so...
Yeah, well, we've got the lifeguards as well. There is a lifeguarding event, and we've also got, obviously, the actual... I think we've got the para... What's it called? I don't know what the team is called. It's the regular swimmers, and then you've got the
diving
swimmers. I don't want to know exactly what the right name.
We'll get back to you on that with some more information.
I want to be politically correct and don't want to say something
exactly.
Unbelievable.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Oh, indeed. And we were definitely talking earlier on the snow riders as well. That's a very interesting one. I definitely love to go and see that wherever that's being held today, wherever the snow is, if there is snow. And
it must be on a dry ski slope somewhere.
It must be, indeed.
Either that, or wouldn't it be amazing if they just decided to go off to somewhere foreign,
send them off to the North Pole?
Sunny slopes,
Oh, right, yeah, it would be a Varsity in the North Pole.
That'd be good.
If we could have reporters up there, they'd be like, "Oh, we're freezing up here, but No, sorry. An update on the weather. If you are going to the game tonight, you might want to dress a little warmer than you are dressed right now. For one thing, because it'll be cooler as the spring proves to be cool nights, but also Oh, we got a phone call. No. Not for us right now. Second thing is there is some drizzle on the forecast. A light drizzle of rain on the forecast. So
maybe this is just a British thing, but we don't talk about whether it's going to rain or not in this country because that just tempts fate. So
does it?
The weather, we don't talk about that. It's going to be perfect.
What do you want us to predict? Blue skies and a lovely sunset.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well,
We'll have one.
That's what we had last year in a 19-9 Cardiff victory.
Oh, don't go there. That's just wrong. I love how. Oh, yeah, the weather's beautiful. We won. Unbelievable. Unbelievable cheek. No, but how many times has Swansea won? Let's get the real
Okay. 1997, Cardiff Arms Park, a 23-11 win for Swansea. 1 year later, 49-13. In 1999, Swansea won it 13-7. Again in 2000, 28-18. Then a drawn game. Again, another win the next year, 2002, 21-3 for Swansea. Let's not talk about 03 because that was a Cardiff victory. 2004 at the neutral Brewery Field, it was a 25-11 win for Swansea. In 2005, again at Brewery Field, 16-8 Swansea. In 2006, Cardiff won. In 2007, an 18-0 win for Swansea. Why don't we start talking about that one?
That one was beautiful.
That was where Swansea were at its best there, definitely.
Domination, I think
That,
that's the word.
definitely, indeed it was, and hopefully today we're going to see the exact same result again, maybe.
I mean, I know it's a bit rough to push this on both Xpress and Xtreme Radio, but it has to be done. Swansea tends, in general, to storm on the rugby. Let's be honest. How many games we won? I counted 8 there.
Eight, yes.
8 wins to Swansea out of 13, is it?
Out of 13, I believe, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's be honest here. Swansea tend to absolutely thrash you on the rugby, and that's a good thing for us because, unfortunately, all said and done, we never win the
day stuff.
Indeed, it's a little bit shocking.
Definitely. I think our main focus in Swansea is definitely the rugby. Hopefully in the next upcoming year as well. We've got a secret weapon coming up. Definitely freshest teams looking promising.
Teams are looking very promising. That's what
very, very promising indeed.
Particularly last year, despite the fact that we didn't win the actual main event, the freshest rugby was one of the few things that we did win last year. One of the 3. I think we won one of the fencing events and the golf, which, well, let's just put it bluntly, that wasn't special.
And speaking of other sports or day sports, Cardiff are winning in the fencing 90-71. So that is a fair marginal lead there to Cardiff now today, again in the fencing. I don't know if that's the overall result.
Is that for the men or for the women?
Unknown again.
Unknown. Unbelievable. We'll check that out for you now.
Is there ladies? Yeah, there is ladies and men's fencing. There's pretty much ladies and men for every sport except for golf there and netball, which seems netball's pretty much girls, although
it is girls
stuff.
Mainly dominated by girls.
We have the basketball teams though, both men's and women, coming up in a bit.
Yep. Well, we'll have those updates coming up. You're listening to Xpress and Xtreme Radio for V-Day Varsity coverage. And when we come back, we'll have all your latest updates with some more stuff coming from our studios. This is Xpress and Xtreme Radio. Pink, so what is next? Live from downtown Cardiff from Varsity coverage here on Xpress and Xtreme Radio. Well, we've still got Neil and Ben into our studios. I'm Eloi as we continue our Varsity coverage here this afternoon. Well, we have one message, or two actually, if I can work this phone correctly. How do you do this? This is a Nokia. See, I'm not used to Nokia, but where's the inbox? There we go. Oh, I pressed back, you see? No, the first message...
It's high-tech technology. It's a new Nokia phone, so come on, give them a chance.
That's true. Alex and Brad, who were on the show a little bit earlier, texted in for Neil. They say, "We love you, Neil, but Swansea are rubbish."
That is not true. That is just wrong. Sass, give back some sass, Neil. I was sat next door listening in as you sat back and took absolute beatings.
I was completely outnumbered by the two boys.
Unbelievable.
They were good lads.
We have to give it back.
We do. We'll have to give it back to them now.
It's
In all
not true.
fairness.
Okay, let's do that. So if
You
Cardiff...
can gang up with us. You're on the Swansea side. Come
Well,
on.
I'm not a Swansea fan. I'll be neutral. But if Swansea fans want...
At least we got it back.
That's playing it safe.
If Swansea fans want to text in their favorite lines, their favorite chants against Cardiff, well then don't hesitate to do so. You can text in 077 222 63888 or email us studio@expressradio.co.uk. So there we go. That's our email.
I still love the classics though. Like, who are you?
Who are
I
you?
remember charging the pitch. Good 3 years ago now.
Did you see the chants that we had up on the computer earlier on?
I did. I was a little bit frightened by the words in those.
There was a few frightening words in it that we couldn't read out, but hopefully we'll get on some of those later on. Maybe if you can